Chase Chrisley reveals hard truth about why he got sober. Chrisley knows best alum Chase Chrisley is revealing the hard truth about why he ended up getting sober. He has admitted that he long used alcohol to get by in life, but now he is on a better path. So what helped change his world? Keep reading for more details. Chase Chrisley reveals hard truth about why he got sober. Getting sober is not an easy choice, but sometimes it takes hitting rock bottom to get back up. Chase Chrisley never showed signs of being an alcoholic, yet he was getting into trouble. Not only was he arrested for allegedly assaulting a bar GM when he was intoxicated, but he was also in the hospital. Based on what people were saying about his stay, it appeared he may have been ill from drinking. Finally, he came out and shared that he was sober and on a much better path. Chase was glowing and appeared to be in a great place with his girlfriend. Amid his parents being pardoned and released from prison, Chase released a non-alcoholic seltzer. Fans were so excited to try this and join him on his sobriety journey. So what made him give up drinking? He stated that it was his parents getting locked up that forced him into a better lifestyle. Admittedly, Chase believes he would still be drinking had this not gone down. The 29-year-old went on to add that sobriety is not the only thing that came from his parents' time away. With the Chrisleys filming a new reality series, it is unclear if Chase's drinking will be a hot topic. However, the family has noted how real and raw the new show will be. Therefore, his journey may be explored. A big move. Getting sober was a big move for Chase Chrisley. It has also launched him into the drink creation realm, which is very exciting. Fans have been nothing but supportive of what he has gone through and how he is turning his life around. Of course, not everyone was convinced that he was completely sober. More so, they were worried that he would backslide now that his parents are home. They pointed out that he has not been sober for a very long time, so he could relapse at any moment. Hopefully, Chase stays on a good path and makes himself very proud. Chase Chrisley, long known for his quick wit and boyish charm on Chrisley Knows Best, is stepping out of the shadow of scripted drama and social media filters to share a raw, unfiltered truth. His journey to sobriety. With a candor that surprises even his most loyal fans, Chase is finally opening up about the real reason he decided to get sober, and it's far deeper than anyone expected. People think I just wanted to clean up my act for TV, or because of some tabloid pressure. Chase says, seated on a worn leather couch in a Nashville recovery center where he volunteers twice a week. But the truth is, I didn't want to die. For years, Chase lived under the intense spotlight of fame. From the outside, his life seemed picture-perfect. Designer clothes, flashy cars, and family vacations in luxury. But behind the scenes, the glitz masked a darker reality. Anxiety, the weight of family scandals, and an internal battle with identity pushed Chase into a destructive cycle of partying and escapism. I started drinking in high school, like a lot of kids do, he admits. But it wasn't just for fun. I didn't feel good enough, like I had to be the golden child or the comic relief or both. I used alcohol and pills to take the edge off. Things escalated quietly. There were no public arrests, no dramatic interventions, just a slow unraveling. Chase became skilled at hiding his struggle, masking it behind Instagram smiles and short-lived romantic headlines. He'd show up on set with a hangover and joke his way through takes, never missing a beat. But behind closed doors, the emptiness grew. I remember one night sitting alone in a hotel room after a night out in Leh. I had everything at my fingertips: money, girls, attention. But I felt completely hollow. I was trying to fill a void that no amount of drinking or partying could touch. Then came the family fallout, the Chrisley tax fraud case, the sentencing of his parents, and the implosion of a once tightly wound Southern brand. Chase tried to stay strong for his siblings, especially his younger sister Savannah, but the pressure mounted. Watching my parents go through what they went through, it broke something in me. I realized I was on a path that could either lead to jail or a coffin. The breaking point came quietly, not with an overdose or intervention, but with a moment of piercing clarity. I looked in the mirror one morning, eyes bloodshot, heart racing, and I said to myself, "This isn't who God made you to be." I knew I needed help. Not a PR fix. Real help. Chase checked into a rehabilitation center in Tennessee under a pseudonym, determined to confront his demons away from the spotlight. He stayed for 90 days, longer than expected, and committed fully to the program. Therapy was brutal, he recalls. I had to face the stuff I spent years avoiding: trauma, fear, insecurity, even resentment toward my parents. But it was the best decision I ever made. Since completing rehab, Chase has remained sober and transparent about the struggles of recovery. It's not a straight line, he says. There are days I wake up and want to disappear into that old life. But then I remember the pain and the way I hurt the people who love me most. He credits his faith for his transformation, along with the support of a small, tight-knit group of sober friends. I started reading my Bible again, actually praying, not just the Instagram version of faith. That saved me. Chase's honesty has inspired others, including some surprising names from his reality TV past. I've had people I used to party with reach out and say, "Hey man, how did you do it?" And that means everything. I don't want to pretend I have it all figured out, but if sharing my story helps one person choose life over addiction, it's worth it. The hardest part, he admits, is making peace with his past. There are things I did, relationships I ruined, opportunities I blew. But I can't live in shame. Sobriety taught me that redemption is real, but you have to want it more than the high. Today, Chase is turning his pain into purpose. He's working with local youth organizations, speaking at schools, and even developing a podcast centered around mental health and recovery. An unfiltered space where he plans to share more of his journey. I used to think being vulnerable was weak, he says, flashing that familiar Chrisley smirk. Now I know being real is the strongest thing you can be. As for his family, Chase says the bond has deepened. Savannah has been my rock. And even with everything going on with my parents, we're closer than we've ever been. I used to take them for granted. Now I pray for them every day. Though sobriety is a daily battle, Chase Chrisley is not backing down. He's not chasing fame anymore. He's chasing peace, purpose, and a future he can be proud of. This isn't about an image, he says. It's about survival. And now that I've got my life back, I'm not letting go. And with that, the boy who once ran from his reflection now stands tall in his truth. No filters, no excuses, just a man learning how to live again.